Ever find yourself in a maze, trying to figure out what guys really want from you? If so, you're definitely not alone. It's like there's this hidden language that everyone else seems to understand, but you're left piecing together the clues, wondering if you're missing out on some secret rules. Many women have been there, questioning whether they're grasping what men are truly looking for, or if they're somehow off track. The reality is, it's all too easy to get caught up in trying to be everything to everyone. But when it comes down to it, what do men genuinely desire from the women in their lives? It's a question that's been asked for centuries. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal some surprising truths that could change the way you see things. I've observed so many women, myself included, stressing over whether they're hitting the mark, trying to be the perfect partner. But here's the thing, men aren't nearly as complicated as we often make them out to be. They may not always express it, but what they want can be far simpler than we think, and it often boils down to authenticity and connection. So, let's cut through the confusion. What do men secretly want from women? Is it really about physical allure, or is there something deeper that they're craving? Stick around, because today we're going to dig into some insights that might just surprise you. Just the other day, I was catching up with a friend who was really frustrated because her boyfriend seemed upset when she didn't respond to his texts immediately. She was worried he was being controlling, but the truth is, he wasn't trying to dominate her time. He just wanted to feel seen and valued. That conversation opened my eyes to how often we misread the intentions behind the actions of the men in our lives, jumping to conclusions without really understanding where they're coming from. Think about it. Have you ever been on a date where the guy seems genuinely interested, being all charming and attentive, only to later discover that he was just looking for something casual? It's confusing, right? But here's the reality. Men often struggle with their own emotional complexities, even if they don't always show it on the surface. They're navigating their own set of insecurities and desires, just like we are. I remember this one guy I was seeing, who would always compliment my sense of humor. I'd brush it off thinking he was just being polite. But looking back, I realize now that he was trying to tell me something deeper. He valued the joy and laughter I brought into his life. It wasn't just a casual compliment. It was his way of expressing how much that emotional connection meant to him, even if he didn't say it directly. This was a game changer for me. Men aren't just after physical attraction. They're seeking a deeper emotional connection. But they might not always have the words to tell us that outright, which means we need to be attuned to the subtle ways they communicate it. So, what are the specific traits and behaviors that men secretly admire in women? Confidence is a big one. Not the kind of confidence that comes off as arrogant or dismissive, but a genuine self-assurance that says, I know who I am, and I'm comfortable with that. Men find this incredibly attractive because it signals that we value ourselves, and in turn, that makes us more compelling to be around. Vulnerability is another trait that men deeply appreciate. When we're willing to be open, to let down our guard and show our true selves, it creates a space for genuine connection. Men are often taught to hide their emotions, to be strong and stoic, so when a woman can be vulnerable with them, it invites them to do the same, creating a bond that goes beyond the surface. Taking initiative is something else that men find attractive. Whether it's planning a date, making the first move, or simply showing interest, it shows that we're willing to invest in the relationship. It's not about being aggressive, but about demonstrating that we're equally committed and ready to take action, which can be incredibly appealing. Humor is also a powerful connection tool. Men love it when we can laugh together, when we can see the lighter side of life and share those moments of joy. Humor is more than just fun. It's a way to navigate the ups and downs of life together, making the relationship stronger and more resilient. And here's something that might surprise you. Men are drawn to passion. When we're passionate about something, whether it's our career, a hobby, or a cause. It makes us more engaging and alive. Passion is contagious, and when we're passionate, it draws people in, making us even more attractive in their eyes. Of course, it's important to remember that every man is different. What one guy finds appealing might not resonate with another. But at the core, men want to feel understood, appreciated, and connected. They want to know that we're not just partners, but teammates who have their back, who are there for them through thick and thin. One of the most eye-opening realizations I've had is that men often crave emotional intimacy just as much as they do physical closeness. They want to feel like we truly get them, that we see beyond the surface and connect with who they are at their core. This is something that's often overlooked, but it's incredibly important in building a strong, lasting relationship. This shift in perspective changed everything for me. Men aren't the complex puzzles we sometimes make them out to be. They're looking for someone who can meet them on an emotional level, someone who can offer support, understanding, and genuine connection. So, what do you think? Have you experienced these dynamics in your own relationships? What are some things you secretly desire from your partner? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below.